So guys, I know this sounds cliche, and you hear it a lot, but I want to explain this on a very deep level so all you guys understand. We all know the cliche saying, oh, just love yourself, self-love, and all this kind of stuff, which is true even though it's cliche. The thing is, in the world we're living in today, so many people, bro, just ain't who they're supposed to be. And if you're not who you're supposed to be, you can't be in a position to be in a relationship, to have a marriage, to do anything under these categories. Like you have to really do work on yourself. And there is going to come a time where you've done a lot of work on yourself and you'll get to a time where it's like you're ready. I feel personally, when it comes to myself, I'm ready for anything. Like I'm literally ready for anything. I'm ready to become famous. I'm ready for relationships, marriage. There's nothing I'm not ready for up to this point. Because I've done that much work on myself. And it doesn't mean you strive for certain things. It's just if the right ideal situation presents itself, you're going to be ready. And that's what staying prepared in life is all about. It's when preparation meets opportunity. That's when you're going to have success. So, in today's day and age, so many people are not prepared. People ain't preparing themselves for certain things. You see all the time, someone could come into your life, you could go into somebody's life, and maybe one out of the two is not ready, so it completely sabotages a potential relationship up to potential marriage. So you have to be the type of person that is always prepared. You're at your best. You don't have these moments where you go off and you start doing lines of cocaine, drinking on the weekends, going crazy. Like if you put the work in on yourself and you're really who you're supposed to be, you will be prepared for things that come. But in the world we live in today, bro, who's prepared? If you look at the percentage of people on earth, what percentage do you guys really think is prepared and who is not prepared? I would say at least 85 to 90% of people is not prepared. Maybe 10 to 15% of people is prepared. And that's because these 10 to 15% of people understand life. They get it. They get who they have to be. Not even have to be, just are. You have to know who you are through and through. What's your skills? What's your weaknesses? What are you good at? What makes you you? What gets you up? There's so many things that have to come correct. And something else, guys, it's like, for starters, this is how it works. This is how everything comes together. Because if you are being someone that you're not, if you're going down these paths that it's not who you are, you're not going to align yourself with proper people. It's just not going to happen. I've been there in the past, in my high school days and stuff like that. I've been there. And it's a disaster messing about with people who is not for you. It's a disaster. Nothing ends well. Enemies get created. And there's something else to know. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to love you, especially when you're being you. That's the thing as well. Because look how many people in the world are not being them. So when you're being you, when you're being your best self, you're going to not attract, but you're going to get a lot of people who's jealous and envious of you because you're being the best version of yourself. You're actually being who you are. So when you're being who you are, and these people are not, they're gonna be pissed. They're gonna throw all kinds of shade your way because they're not being their best. They could be going through tough times. They could be going through something, and you're doing good. But it's all about if you're going through tough times, bro. It's like you have to just go through it. Like, just go through the motions of life. Not every year is going to be a good year, bro. I had years straight where it was crazy. Like, all I could do was just grind. You grind it out. You outwork the bad times. That's exactly what I've done. You got to outwork the bad times. That's how you know you're a winner. That's how you know you're ultra competitive. I'm ultra competitive, bro. I ain't losing. Are you kidding me? There's people in this world who win. What makes them win over me? Are you kidding me? You knew that. That's what I'm gonna do. They can do it and I can't? Hell no. That's what self-belief is. If someone else can do it, why can't you? It's not like one person on earth has done everything. Bro, there's all kinds of winners. You can win too. But it's about doing the right things. And it seems as if most people can't. Some chick, she's needy, she wants this, she wants that, she starts to be a little hoe. It's not going to help you. Being a hoe, because you can't get commitment from some guy you want, is not going to help your shit. Become even better. Become an undeniable woman. Don't become an undeniable little thotty on the street. That's not going to help your shit. And if you're a male, it's not going to help your shit going to try to bang a bunch of chicks. It's not going to help your shit trying to get validation from trying to get girls. Self-improve. Up your life. I've been there, bruh. I've been there. It's very empty having these experiences with girls that you don't even love. You don't even like that. Say you're with a girl for a long period of time, all of a sudden you guys end, and you think it's going to do something by getting with other girls. It's not. They could be dime pieces, bro. They could be smoke shows. It's still not going to do it. You either have a connection with somebody and it's authentic, or you don't. That's really how it is. And as well, like for guys, you have to figure out your life. You have to figure out your passions. You have to figure out what makes you the best version of yourself. Is it the gym? Is it fitness? Is it music? Is it any of these things? What really gets you going? What makes you you? Who are you at heart? What do you like to do? Because that's the person you should be. Nobody else. And as long as you align with yourself, it's going to bring you so much. And with that being said, you're going to get a lot of haters as well. Because most people can't do that. Most people is always caught up into something that's negative because they're trying to find something outside of themselves. They get screwed over by this person. Oh my God. Now they have to go to somebody else, and they're going over here, they're going over there. They're trying to get validation from somebody else, and it's like, it's a mess. Like, you really have to do hard work on yourself in so many different ways. I was so blessed to have learned this early. Like, so blessed. at such a young age. It's like I made my errors and it instantly snapped out of it, and I've been doing the right things ever since, wholeheartedly. And even when you do all the right things, there's still ups and downs, leaps and bounds, and crazy stuff. But that's a part of the journey. It's a part of the process. Not every year is going to be a good one. When I was going through the toughest stages, I just outworked the bad times, like I've mentioned previously. You gotta outwork the bad times. If your life, if life just don't feel right, you gotta outwork everything, bro. That's what it comes down to. Shit's not right. Life is not right. You just keep working. Something happened here. Some female does you dirty. Oh, okay. Back to the gym. She's gone. Back to the gym now. Type shit. And even to this day, bro, like, my life is not complete. My life is not perfect. Like, I continuously outwork everything. It's just what I do. Even when things are as perfect as it might be able to be, I'm just still going to do a lot of work. Possibly even more. I've just found true purpose and meaning in life, and I plan on finding even more. And I said it a lot on my channel. The more purpose you have in your life, the better. The less purpose you have in your life, the worse your life is going to be. For man or woman, especially men. But man and woman both want to be fulfilled. Women get very fulfilled through having family, children, etc., etc. But there's gotta be even more than that. Like, I don't think one thing cuts it. I don't think your career alone is gonna cut it. I don't think family alone is gonna cut it. Nothing alone is gonna cut it. There has to be a good mix of a lot of things to maximize life on earth. And I genuinely believe that. I think you could have a family and a whole bunch of stuff, but if you lack purpose, something's still going to be missing. I have close friends that have started families. And bro told me things like, bro, this guy, his woman's still very young. He's like, I think he just turned 30. I think he just turned 30 or 31. I'm 27. His woman's probably, I'd say 24, 25. Maybe even 23. He has 2 daughters with his girl. And he told me, bro, if it wasn't for my dog, I'd be lost. The guy's got a family, 2 daughters. Without his dog, he'd be lost. His dog brings purpose. He works very hard with his dog. It's a working dog. It's a protection dog. It brings a lot of purpose. It goes to show you family in itself is not enough. It's a lot. It matters, but it's not the end all be all. We have to live a life as well. I'm not saying family's not important whatsoever. I'm not saying that. There's just more. And I genuinely believe these folks, I know him very well, obviously he's my good friend, I know her as well. I genuinely believe both of them started a family without being fulfilled in life and in certain things, and it caused some problems for them. I don't want to make this about them, but I'm just using this as an example. it caused some problems in their relationship. It actually almost failed, but they made it through. Thank God, because we don't need no more single parents. 2-parent households is the way to go. If you have children with somebody, you should definitely try to make that work by working on yourself first and foremost. That's why it's so important, bro, to be the best version of yourself. People don't get it. People think some girlfriend or boyfriend is going to solve their problems and everything's going to be okay. It's not the way it works. Like, you really have to be on point before anything else. And you can, when you are on point, you'll be very aligned as a person. And your partner, if they're aligned as well, they'll be very on point as a person. That's when you come together. That's when you're you, they're them. You get together. Like, mistakes, for one, that's how it works. And as far as mistakes in the past, from what I've seen, I was kind of in a party phase. The girl I messed with at the time, in a party phase. We had our moments, good times, stuff like this, but I wasn't who I was. She wasn't who she was either. There's definitely potential there. It could have worked, but the stars did not align. And time goes on, and I did the work, and they did not. They wanted me back. I did not want them back. I knew they didn't do the work. Because if they did, I might have given them a shot. But I could see clearly I'm dealing with an even worse version of who I've dealt with in the past. And you know why they're worst? Because they didn't spend a second of their life in self-improvement, taking their life seriously. And I've spent every second of my life up to that point doing just that. That's why you don't align yourself with those people, bro. I don't care who it is. If you're aligned and they are not, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And that's why it can be difficult sometimes for people in today's day and age to get things right, because you have to be aligned, they have to be aligned, they have to be your type, you have to be their type. So many things have to be for things to work. Why do you think there's so many divorces, so many breakups? People nowadays are lazier than lazy. They just want to sleep around and not do the work and be a messed up individual. Self-love is where it is at. If you don't love yourself, you're doomed. You have to know who you are. You have to have confidence. You have to be the person God has created you to be. Existing is simply not enough. You have to take the right actions. You can't be this damaged white girl with black hair with black snake tattoos walking around thinking you deserve happiness in marriage because you're ridiculous. What are you doing? Get those black snake tattoo chicks away from me, boy. I'll tell you that right now. Unreal. Tattoos are a red flag to begin with. But anyways. And if you have one, it better be a damn good one. It better be. Because most tattoos that people have, bro, are not good. You look worse with it. There's a very, very rare time someone has a tattoo that actually makes it look even better. Most of the time they're shit. But anyways, you guys get the point, bro. It all comes down to alignment. If you can't do that, you can't do anything. If you can be aligned, you can win in so many areas. That's why people who are not aligned are going to be looking at you funny. If you're aligned and other people aren't, they're not going to have no love for you, bruh. Not everyone's going to love you. If you love yourself, a lot of people's not going to love you. That's the way the world is. And if you don't love yourself and you're in the mix with a whole bunch of people, you think there's love there and it's not. The only real love is unconditional love. Once you can do that, I genuinely believe now, I think how it really is, if you genuinely love yourself and are happy and content with your life and you just keep doing more and pushing harder, I believe people like that, people who are aligned, can love other people who are also aligned. It's hard for me, bro, to love people who are so off. I'm not gonna lie, there's something about it. There is something about it where it's like, they're just unlovable people. They just are. But people who have it together the most, people who have done the right things the most, they're more lovable. I don't know why. It goes to show, when one is aligned, when one has true self-love, they can do that with somebody else, but you can't do that with someone that don't have that. So you have to have it. Somebody else has to have it. You have to be patient. They have to be patient. There's so many things, bro, that comes into play for things to work out. So some food for thought, but you guys get the point. Deep video topic. I hope this helped somebody, if not hundreds, thousands of people. This is the way it is, man. This is the way the world works, and I hope more people in the world could just understand this, but unfortunately, a lot of people in the world will not. A lot of people in the world will not watch this video. And they should. But it's probably not going to happen. But I wish it would. I wish more people would see this. I wish more people could get it right. I wish we could go back to the early 2000s, to the mid 2000s. That's where it was at. People were so much more aligned. It was so much easier to interact with one another. Bro, we're living in a day and age where people are like more damaged than damaged. Like, what really did it? We can say social media, we can say the internet, we can say a lot of things, but it's like, bro, if people are that stupid to allow themselves, oh my God, I'm damaged. Like, what the hell is going on? Step back. Listen to Spin Your Head Right Round by Flo Rida and jump on a trampoline. All your problems will go away. I remember being a younger kid, bro. Me and a friend literally on a trampoline for like 12 hours straight out my front yard, just listening to a CD player, and one CD in the thing, it would go on repeat all day. We'd be going crazy, bro. Best time of our life. That's the problem. People can't do creative things today. People are so, I don't know, out of place. You have to find your place. You have to find out who you are. And most people can't, so most people fail. Don't fail. Find out who you are. That's the whole point of life.